As we speak right now, Manchester United are out of the Carabao Cup. They lost to West Ham they lost to West Ham on Wednesday. A goal scored by Manuel Lanzini in the 9th minute. It is so surprising that they won't be playing in the next round. That is the fourth round. Anyway, welcome to another episode of the Full-Time Whistle here on Faraja TV. And my name is Hilary Saira, the youngest sports analyst. And I'm presenting to you the sports news today, which has made actually more headlines throughout the week. In studio, I have Gonzaga Steven, my guest as usual, and he will be introducing himself furthermore.
Yes, thank you for keeping it Faraja Television. My name is Gonzaga Steven. I'm also here with Hilary Saira analyzing sports news, making headlines around the globe.
All right, kicking off with our show, let's begin with the local sports. And Uganda Cranes will be traveling actually for the region tours, and this time around they are going to the eastern side of the country to play the Eastern Uganda Select team. The match that is going to be played on Saturday 25th, that is this weekend, tomorrow. And they have actually put out the coach has put out the squad that he trusts that maybe this is the squad that will bring out the results. Remember, ever since he returned to coach the Uganda Cranes, that is Mitchell, he hasn't had any win. The last games that he played, including the World Cup qualifiers against Kenya and Mali, Uganda didn't get a win, but just a point, 2 points in those two games. Anyway, Mitchell has selected his team that will be playing, and going through the names of the people of the players that he has selected. KCCA and URA have dominated the biggest number of the players, since other teams like Express, URA, Express, Bull FC, Vipers, SC Vida have been having players play in very many games, including the Uganda Stanbic Cup. Mr. Gonzaga, you've had the team that has been selected by Mitchell. What do you think of this team, of actually this selected names? Who do you think will maybe become a big sounding name in this Eastern Regional Tour?
Still, I think this is the same squad of players who have been playing locally here. I have not had any player from a foreign league, so that means the Eastern Select team will be facing, like, let's say, a select team from Ugandan teams, local teams. So it won't be a big threat to them. And then another thing, I think that this select team, the Crane squad, is just a ceremonial team to play the Eastern Tour. So I don't think it's the same squad that will be summoned for the World Cup qualifiers in the early October fixtures. So that means these guys have just been summoned to go have an experience with those guys, but I don't really think they'll still make it to the final squad that will play in the World Cup qualifiers.
The match will be played at Mbare Municipal Stadium on Saturday 25th, as I earlier said. Moving on to the next story. Very many teams this season, you know, the transfer window was closed this week, and very many teams signed a lot of players, including KCCA, Vipers, SC Vida, Express, just to prepare for the next season. And I think among those teams, KCCA is the team that signed the most number of players this season. I do really think signing all those players will give them a chance to win the trophy again, the Uganda Cup or the Premier League again.
The issue of signings, making a huge number of signings doesn't necessarily mean that you'll stand out in the next competition or in the next games coming up. So we have an experience, I think it was in 2019, where Sports Club Villa had a number of signings.
Yeah.
They signed almost like 15 players, but still they didn't. I think that's the same season where they risked being relegated. They survived, I think, by small number of points. So that doesn't mean that the huge number of signings will bring back the club on form. You can still sign a few people, and then they have that knowledge and skill to bring up the club. So I still doubt that the high number of signings means that the club will perform better in the next season.
Vipers Sports Club will be unveiling Sadat Anapo, who has been signed from that is his former team Proline FC, which was relegated and didn't manage to make it again to the Uganda Premier League. So the youngster went to KCCA on a year loan deal till the end of the season, and he wasn't given enough playing time as his agents say. His representatives say he wasn't given enough playing time at the Filippo Omondi Stadium, that is KCCA FC's playground. So he joins Vipers on a 3-year deal, which is going to keep him on at St. Mary's Stadium till 2024. All right, KCCA signed 12 players. It is so amazing. A full squad. And actually it is a full starting 11 with a substitute. Anyway, moving on, maybe we can talk about URA.
URA had a good month, I can say. They played a number of games during this month. Those are CAF Confederations qualifiers.
Yes.
So they had a good game. They had a good win here at Chitende, 2-1, and then went to Ethiopia and then smashed Ethiopian Coffee
3-1,
and then 5-ton aggregate.
Yeah.
That's a good performance for them. And then they are on to the next round. So I expect them still to show the same quality of game.
Talking about URA, maybe they have had a very good transfer window, because the players that they have signed, they have actually performed very well in the few matches that we have so far watched.
Yeah.
Vian Sekajugo.
Yeah, Vian Sekajugo is an experienced player ever since he was at Onduparaka, then joined Wakiso Giants, then from Wakiso Giants to URA. You see, Wakiso Giants is a struggling team, so I think it didn't match his standards somewhere. But now you see, as he's at URA, then finds quality players like Cromwell, Shafiq Kajimu, and then Joachim Ojera, so he has to display the best out of him.
Moving on, let's talk about international sports and Manchester United, of course. They lost the second game this season. They played West Ham twice this season. The first game they played against the Hammers at London Stadium was so dramatic.
He just wanted to bring on the kids to enjoy the game, as he says usually. I don't
think it is not having interest in the game, because if he didn't have the interest in that game, then Bruno Fernandes and Greenwood wouldn't have come in as substitutes when he sees like, now I really need to get a point out of this game.
But of course, you don't have, actually they say the best way of protecting yourself is being defended already. Like, you're already insulated. Don't wait for electricity to shock you so that you can go and buy the gloves. No, you need to be having the gloves and all the safety. And yeah, they went on with their way.
Actually, if you watched that game, West Ham had more chances, more clear chances than Manchester United, because when you see that chance that was missed by Mark Noble, a guy who missed the penalty still when they were playing Manchester United in the Premier League, he had a very good chance. Bowen came through and he gave him a very nice ball after getting off El Bair, and then goalkeeper to beat Mark Noble, the captain, had a very weak attempt and he missed the goal. Maybe we could have seen a 3-0 or a actually more goals for West Ham. And Manchester United also had their chances, but still they failed to convert any of those chances, and now they're out of the Carabao Cup. Arsenal. Arsenal. Talking about Arsenal. A team that started the season struggling, but now they have. Maybe do you think they are aiming for the Carabao Cup? Because when you see the game that they played first in the qualifications for the Carabao, they won 6-0.
Yes.
Now this time around they come and they win 3-0. They are not conceding and they are scoring more goals. They are going on to the fourth round to play Leeds United. Leeds qualified after going through draw, actually penalties.
Yes, it was a 0-0 draw.
Yeah. So, do you think Arsenal are aiming for this? Maybe because they are not playing in the Champions League or Europa League. It is just Premier League. Actually, domestic games only.
I think this is a chance for Arsenal to win a silverware this season, having noticed that they are only playing in the domestic leagues.
Yeah.
So that means they are away from the Champions League, away from the Europa League, and then the Confederations Cup, so the Conference Cup. So that means their concentration is only in England. So
Yeah.
I think they have those chances, but then they should also bring the goal scoring energy to the Premier League, because now they've only scored I think 2 goals in the Premier League, and then but then 6 goals in the Carabao. I think 7 goals in the Carabao.
Some Manchester United fans say Jesse Lingard has level goals with Arsenal in the Premier League.
Of course, that's the language of fans. That's what fans will use to banter other clubs. But the same energy Arsenal is displaying in the Carabao Cup should be brought to the Premier League. Maybe because they are facing weak teams in the Carabao, but I think let's wait and watch out how they play against Leeds, because Leeds is a Premier League side. So yeah, we need to watch out and see how they perform.
After West Ham beating Manchester United and getting them knocked out of the Carabao Cup, their reward is playing against Manchester City in the next round. Manchester City going on to the next stage, to the first round. They actually beat, is it even beating or punishing Wycombe Wanderers by 6-1. And now they are playing West Ham, and Manchester City are the defending champions of this trophy for how many seasons so far? 3?
I think so.
Yeah, 2 straight seasons, and now they are playing against West Ham.
I think by the time of that game, Antonio will be back from his red card. Actually, it's 1 game to go now.
Yeah.
He will be back, and then he'll be outstanding, I guess, because we shall see him make John Stones run behind and then make those moves. Yeah, we expect a lot of drama in this game, and it won't be an easy one for Manchester City. So maybe it will be at London Stadium.
Let's move on to the fixtures for the weekend. In the Premier League, there is a very, very nice game to watch, and surprisingly, it is the game that is kicking off earlier at actually 2:30 p.m. Manchester City will be traveling to Stamford Bridge to play against Chelsea. Chelsea, a team that is on form, on top of the table, and a team that is winning very many games without conceding goals, especially in the Premier League. Same time, that is 2:30 p.m. Manchester United will be hosting Aston Villa. Aston Villa, so far this season, they haven't been that nice. Maybe this is because Jack Grealish left the team. This season so far they are struggling, and they are playing Manchester United with Cristiano Ronaldo, who almost scores in every fixture that he plays. Everton will be hosting Norwich City at 5 p.m. Leeds will be hosting West Ham at 5 p.m. still. Leicester will be hosting Burnley, and then Newcastle will be traveling to Watford still at 5 p.m. Then Liverpool will be traveling to Brentford to play against Brentford still. This time around it is at 7:30 p.m.
I think it will be the late kickoff of that day.
Of that day, yeah. Brentford, don't forget that Brentford in the Carabao Cup, they won their game after slashing their opponents by 7 goals.
Okay, for the Liverpool-Brentford game, I predict it will be an over.
Yeah.
Because Brentford scores and Liverpool scores.
But don't forget that Brentford have kept more clean sheets
Than
than
Liverpool.
Liverpool this season.
Yeah, that's why I said an over, not a goal. So I said an over,
Yes.
2.5.
Yeah. Then Watford, Newcastle.
Watford, Newcastle, those are two stubborn teams, both teams to score.
Newcastle don't have a single win this season so far.
But they have at least scored some goals.
Yeah. Leicester, Burnley.
Leicester, Burnley, that's a sure win for... Burnley played somehow a good game last weekend.
Against Arsenal.
Yeah. So I expect against Leicester, then Leicester also lost in the weekend. I think Leicester will come in this game wanting a win. But then Burnley is also not an easy side to get a win from. So I think it might be, defend Leicester. 1x, 2x.
Leicester
is
at home.
1x.
Then Leeds, West Ham.
Leeds, West Ham to beat Leeds.
My Arsenal guys, don't think that I'm forgetting about you. Your game is on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. and Arsenal will be hosting Tottenham Hotspur. That is a London derby. And who do you think will score? You can go on in our comment section and give us your predictions. Talk about that game. Who do you think will emerge as? Actually, you can comment in the comment section. Or give us your predictions. Give us your thoughts about these games: Manchester City against Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs, Man United against Aston Villa. In our in our comment section, and give us your thoughts about those games. Anyway, that is how my analyst today views his things today. This weekend there are very many games for you to watch, and please go watch those games, and please don't forget to comment on our show. Give us your thoughts, please.
This weekend, local sports, Vipers will be playing against either Bull FC or Express. So it will also be another final to watch out for. It will be the Stanbic Uganda Cup finals, so it will be played at Jeru Technical Center. I think it will be live on UBC.
Yeah,
I need to follow it up.
Anyway, as we close, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That is Faraja TV. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook. That is at Faraja TV. You can also follow me at Hilary Saira on Twitter. And Steve?
I can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Stephen M. Gonzaga. Same name, all platforms.
Alright, thanks for being our good viewers today. And you can wait for the next episode next week. Thank you so much.